The world is full of strange things. We document them. This is Absurdist Archives. Let's begin. In recent years, Christian nationalist activism has surged, propelled by the Ziklag donor network and the doctrine known as the Seven Mountain Mandate. These intertwined movements aim to remake the United States by placing conservative Christians atop every major institution: government, law, education, business, media, arts, science, and the family, so public life conforms to their reading of the Bible. Ziklag formed in 2016 under Silicon Valley investor Kenneth Eldred. Although registered as a charity, it behaves like an electoral machine. Membership is invitation only and limited to individuals with at least $25 million in net worth. Today, the roster exceeds 125 chief executives, pastors, and media owners. Internal ledgers show revenue rising from roughly $1.3 million in 2018 to nearly $12 million in 2022, with a plan to spend a further $12 million shaping the 2024 vote, largely through voter roll challenges packaged as election integrity. The network disperses grants to legal powerhouses such as Alliance Defending Freedom, youth mobilizers such as Turning Point United States of America, and a web of revival rallies branded the Courage Tour. These rallies, led by preacher Lance Wallnau, fuse worship, voter registration, and poll worker training, turning sanctuaries into campaign headquarters without triggering campaign finance rules. Wallnau popularized the Seven Mountain Mandate in the 2000s, teaching that Christians must take dominion over religion, family, government, education, media, arts and entertainment, and business, often expanded to include science and technology. He frames politics as spiritual warfare against demonic strongholds and casts Donald Trump as a modern Cyrus chosen by God. Through Ziklag's money and Wallnau's message, the mandate has migrated from revival tents to Capitol Hill. Vice President J.D. Vance shared a stage with Wallnau in 2024. Senator Ted Cruz of Texas, whose father preaches the same doctrine, has courted donors at private Ziklag retreats. Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson of Louisiana, Representatives Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, and Lauren Boebert of Colorado, with scores of state officials, now echo dominionist phrases, portraying the country as a Christian nation under siege. Their legislative companion is Project 2025, a Heritage Foundation blueprint that would staff the next Republican administration with loyalists vetted for biblical worldview, roll back gender equality rules, expand religious exemptions, and redefine freedom as a gift from God. The document dovetails with Ziklag's election plans and the Seven Mountain Roadmap, capture every policy mountain, beginning with the federal bureaucracy. Christian nationalist messaging markets this agenda as self-defense. Campaign speeches claim that Catholics and evangelicals face unprecedented persecution and that only a government run by believers can protect them. Yet the practical effect is to privilege one faith while limiting reproductive rights, LGBTQ equality, and secular education. The movement's reach relies on a formidable financing chain. Billionaire families, the Uylines, the Greens of Hobby Lobby, the Wilkes brothers of West Texas Fracking, and others, underwrite both political committees and tax-exempt nonprofits. The Council for National Policy, Alliance Defending Freedom, and the Family Research Council coordinate strategy. Megachurches supply venues, email lists, and a veneer of piety that turns partisan rallies into worship services. Church networks register and mobilize millions of sympathetic voters, while dark money groups fund mass challenges to registrations in urban counties and push voter identification laws likely to sideline opposition blocs. Gerrymandered districts then lock in the advantage. Beyond the ballot box, Dominion aims to refashion culture. Campaigns to post the 10 Commandments in classrooms, ban comprehensive sex education, and purge woke books from libraries all target the education mountain. Lawsuits fast-track public funding for religious schools, while Christian broadcasters flood airwaves with narratives of moral decline and divine mission. Movement theologians argue that a flat tax and minimal regulation are God's model, giving corporate funders doctrinal cover for deregulation and union busting. Working-class believers, taught to distrust big government, often back these policies even when they erode their own material security. With 3 justices appointed during Trump's first presidency, the Supreme Court of the United States has already overturned Roe v. Wade and expanded public funding of religious schools. Dozens of new lawsuits are queued to further blur the wall between church and state. Taken together, Ziklag's donor pipeline, the 7 mountain mandates theology, and the Republican Party's reliance on evangelical turnout have produced the most coherent, well-funded push for Christian dominion in modern United States history. Whether framed as voter protection, parental rights, or religious freedom, the underlying goal is to replace secular pluralism with governance by a single religious interpretation. Critics warn that this project endangers the First Amendment promise of no establishment of religion. Supporters insist they are simply restoring the nation's true character. The struggle between these visions, a government that serves the people and one that sanctifies power, will shape the coming decade of American life. To support the channel, purchase something through the affiliate link in the video's description. Comment your thoughts and share this video with someone who could benefit from seeing it, or subscribe for new content every Tuesday.